Hi, I'm Dr. Orett Morgan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the owner of LifeAid for Better Health, and I'm a naturopathic doctor that practices lifestyle medicine. Today, we are going to be tackling the issue of detoxing. Now, for many of you out there, you have been told over and over by many a conventional doctor, or you've seen on YouTube or other sources where you're told that detoxing is not necessary, that all we need to do is just eat and our body will filter out that which it is supposed to filter. As a matter of fact, some of you suffer from constipation, and many a patient that have come to me over the years, that is one of their biggest issues. So just imagine that every day, for each meal that we take in, say if we have 2 or 3 meals, we should have a bowel movement roughly within half an hour or the most an hour after having that meal. And for some of us, 3-4 days will pass and we don't have any bowel movement. And even some doctors will tell you that that is normal. Well, may I interject, that is normal for us doctors, because that's how we make normal for our pocketbook, because that's how we make our money, right? By you getting sick. Now, let me share this with you. Remember that we as doctors do not make money much unless you get sick. For example, let's just think about you getting a BMW. And that BMW is top of the line BMW. You get it as a gift. You could not purchase it. Not even if you had enough money. They only make a few of those models, and so you were fortunate to get one that was given to you as a gift. So you go to the dealership and to pick up this 2020 brand new top of the line BMW. And you're so excited when you're handed the key, but the dealership owner hands you something else also in addition to the key. It's called a manual. And he said, well, listen, you have been given also lifetime warranty on this BMW, but it comes with you following the manual. So he hands you the manual, and when he hands it to you, he said, I want you to pay special attention in this manual to the fact that this BMW can only run on, the radiator can only run on water or antifreeze, right? Sorry, water, but it has to be distilled water or rainwater, right? Or antifreeze. The oil has to be a special oil for your 2020 BMW. No other BMW but this one. Can't use the one for the Ford or for your Camry or even for your Cadillac or Mercedes in there. It has to be a special oil for your top of the line 2020 BMW. And last but not least, he said, listen, your BMW needs 93 octane, which is the top of the line fuel, gas that you can put in there. Right? So you promise him faithfully that you'll drive your car and upkeep it the way he said. Well, listen, every 3 months or so you come for an oil, you come for your oil change, and you come for your tune-up, and you leave there. Now, you stop down the road by a friend who has been your high school mate or your elementary school mate for years when you were back in school, and he's a good mechanic. He went and trained at the mechanic school, went to Detroit, went to Germany to be trained, and so he's excited about your BMW. But lo and behold, when you tell him that this BMW, he cannot work on it, you have to take it back to the dealer, right? He's not too keen on that. But more so when you tell him that you only can put 93 octane in it, he said to you, well, listen, you know, you don't realize that those BMW dealership and manufacturer have shares in the oil company. Your BMW can run off 87 just as well as it runs off 93. As a matter of fact, by putting 93 octane in it, you're putting too much of an expensive fuel. You're just wasting your money. Now, since you didn't go to mechanic school, and your mechanic friend and schoolmate who have worked on your other cars over the years, right, was trained to be an auto mechanic, you trust him. So you go down the road and you put 87 octane in your car. And it seemed to be running fine for the next 2-3 weeks. And he said, boy, I'm glad I have that mechanic friend, because see, I am saving lots of money each time I put gas in my car. I don't have to buy those expensive fuel. So lo and behold, 3-4 months pass, and then round about the 4th month, you're coming from across town and you stop and you put 87 octane from another gas station that you've never picked up gas before. By the time you get home, you notice that the car is not performing. It's like it's dragging. And he said, maybe they put something in that 87 octane that you just put in there. You won't buy gas at that gas station anymore. You'll just go and pick up where you usually do. Well, 5 months into you having that car, 6 months, 7 months, things got so bad that at the end of 7 months you decided that, well, listen, I need to take back this car to the dealership because they sold me a lemon. Now, you took it back in, right? A very angry, you're infuriated about what your experience, and you ask to see the manager. The manager comes out and politely asks you, what can he do for you? Are you having any problem? You said, I'm having more than problem. You guys sold me a lemon. Now he asks, well, what is the problem? You told him, and then he said to you, what fuel are you putting in there? You said 87. And he looks at you, and he said, who told you to put 87? He said, you said, my mechanic. And he points to you up in the hills there where you see some lovely mansions, not houses now, mansion. And he said many of those are owned by mechanics. They do not make money to build those houses by oil change or brake jobs or tune-ups. Major engine problem has to take place, or transmission. So that's why your mechanic advised you to put 87 octane in your car. And guess what? By so doing, you develop major engine problem. That's how he makes his money. And now your mouth is wide open because what he says does make sense, right? He said that's why you have to put 93 octane in there, right? Now let me say this: that BMW is your body, and that the maker is not BMW, is the Lord Himself, who tells us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Right? That mechanic is we the doctors. Right? You're looking at, I'm a doctor and I'm not afraid to tell you, we do not make money unless you get sick. Your little checkups, right? Your little colds and shots do not cause us to get us rich to make those big mansions that we live in and send our children to Harvard and Yale and University of Oxford or London and so on, right? You have to get sick from diabetes, high blood pressure, heart problems, stroke, heart attack for us to really make the money to make those big mansions. Now, right? What I'm saying to you, you have to think that if you put the wrong fuel in your body, right, the 87, which is the chicken, the fish, the pork, the lobsters, and all those things, right, what is going to happen to you? You're going to get sick. And worse in the time that we're living in where you have COVID-19. So that is the 87 fuel. Now, what is the 93 octane? A fully plant-based diet, which most of it is raw. So you eat most of all your fruits raw, and you eat your vegetables, right, as much as possible raw. And roughly, so that would be about 80% of the food that you eat should be raw, and another 20% cooked. So there you can have your yams, your boiled bananas, your potatoes, your cassavas, your brown rice, your cassava, and all of those things, your pastas and so on, right? Those need to be cooked, but we should not eat a whole plate of food, right, of cooked food, even though it is plant-based, it is vegan. Now, what do you need to do? You said, okay, I'm going to take my car and put 87, put the 93 octane in it. No, the dealership owner said no. We have to flush out the engine. So that is why you need a detox now. Your body has been clogged up with chicken and fish and white bread, white rice, white flour. Some of you have not been going to the bathroom each time that you eat, or even once for the day. Right? Remember when we were children, right? How our parents gave us a detox. For some of you, it was called washout. And that is what has helped us to be healthy today. Now, since we've been grown, we just forget about that, and that's why we have so much many of us have diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, you name it, because our immune system is gone. Right? So what I'm encouraging you to do is to make the lifestyle changes, right? Go on a plant-based diet and call me, because I have a very good detox program that can save you thousands, right? And in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars as you change your lifestyle and do the detox. I remember some folks, they say to me, Dr. Morgan, the things I see coming out of me, I could not believe this was in my body. Just the same way when we flush that engine, some things coming out of the BMW engine because of the 87, the wrong fuel put in there. Well, it's the same thing with your body. Not only that, but your skin looks so healthy, right? Not only that, but also you look so young that they'll even think you're 10, 15, even 20 years older than your age. I have patients who, when they come to me, it's hard for me to recognize them after the first 30 days. So what am I saying? In closing, you need to annually get a detox. And do not go back and put the same thing in there, because then all you're doing is clogging up that system again, and so sometimes, right, you can get something worse as a result of cleaning out and putting back the same thing over and over in there. Right? So call my number, which is 876-315-9363. My WhatsApp number is 876-368-3247, and I have an old program, right, a 30-day detox program. We have the basic program, which is an intestinal cleanse. If you want the comprehensive program, we have the intestinal cleanse, right, which is 60 capsules, right, in a bottle, a written program outline therapy where you do juice fast and the whole 9 yards. That is carefully outlined. Plus we have a blood purifier, because you need to purify the blood, an immune builder, and one that will get rid of free radicals in the body. So just call this number, and remember that this is a channel that promises you that your health is your greatest wealth. So if you are blessed by what you hear today, just hit that like button. And so, or you can hit the subscribe button, or as well as you can hit the notification bell, so that whenever we put out a new video, you'll be notified regarding that. Right? So stay healthy. Right? Remember, right? If you need our help, we're just a phone call away. God bless.